Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. U.K. Yadav, PGT Bio at JNP, Biroti Samastipur. So, in our next video, the continuing lesson, that is why do we fall ill. Now it is the turn for diseases and its cause. That means when we are suffering from a disease, how it looks like, or how we notice, how it appears. If we are sick, if we are ill, then there are some signs, there are some symptoms. That means how it looks like. If a person is healthy or a person is diseased, there must be some differences, there must be some indications due to which we can know that I am suffering or anybody is suffering. First of all, we are multicellular organism, and basically we are being sick by the infectious diseases, especially in the country like ours. Most of the diseases, they are the communicable disease, infectious disease. That means we are suffering from the pathogens, we are suffering from the disease causing microbes, and the size of microbes is in micrometer, and that is really very small in comparison to our body. That means whenever there will be entry of pathogen, certainly it will enter into our body, and in a particular place it will reside, where they are getting optimum condition for their reproduction. Suppose the pathogen enters through our nose, that means through air. If we are inhaling contaminated air, that means that pathogen will enter into our nostrils, trachea, and finally into lungs, and it will cause breathing problem. Certainly, the pathogen which is interfering the activity of our lung, then we will feel breathing problem. The diseases like tuberculosis, diseases like influenza, cold, pneumonia, in that condition, the pathogen is entering through our nose, through air. If the pathogen is entering through the contaminated food, that means it enters through our mouth, then that will enter into the stomach, intestine, and there will be indigestion, there will be problem, it will interfere our digestive system, and the process of digestion will be interfered. So that means, what does disease look like? What does and for every pathogen there is a specificity. Suppose the pathogen Plasmodium. The Plasmodium enters by the bite of mosquito, female Anopheles, and along with the blood, they first enter into our liver cell, and they will start multiplying in liver cell, and due to its multiplication, the liver cells get burst, damaged, and again from there, these parasites further enter into our RBC, into blood stream. So there is a specificity that which pathogen, which microbe will prefer to live in which organ of our body, in which system of our body. So as per the nature of pathogens, there will be different symptoms, the appearance, because it will interfere the functioning of the tissues, functioning of the organ, and ultimately it will interfere the functioning of our organ system. We will become sick, we will become diseased. That means the functioning of that particular organ will be deviated. There will be malfunctioning in that particular organ. That means pathogen, it will enter into cell or tissue, That tissue leads to the formation of organ, and this organ system. That means ultimately by the entry of a particular pathogen there will be disturbance in organ system. That means as a whole we will be sufferer. The individual will be, due to the malfunctioning of the organ system, the individual will become sick due to malfunctioning of the organ or the organ system. So there will be appearance of system change, and that is termed as symptoms. There will be change in the appearance or functioning due to entry of pathogen. Finally, what will be the result? There will be interference in the functioning. That means either on the level of function or on the basis of appearance there will be alteration, and that is termed as symptom. So symptom is the common term that is being felt by an individual, by the patient. Suppose headache is there, stomach is there, body ache is there, and that is being felt, that is being realized by the sufferer. The external person cannot visualize. So the symptom is a group of alterations or the feeling which is being felt by the sufferer. And again we are going to doctor, and after visiting doctor they advise us for further investigation, for pinpointing what exactly are the reasons behind headache, behind the stomach, because headache may be due to different reasons. In the pain in the stomach may be due to different reasons. So for pinpointing that particular reason there is need of diagnosis, and then on that basis there will be sign. That means the doctor advice for testing. Commonly when we are going to doctor, they examine our blood pressure. So it is blood pressure, level of sugar, whether blood pressure is high, blood pressure is low, content of glucose in urine. These are the signs, and after that doctor pinpoints and then provides the exact treatment for the patient. So there are symptoms and signs. Symptoms and signs. Sometimes it is the term used simultaneously, sign and symptoms and sign, but there is difference between symptoms and sign. So it is being decided by the point of entry of and place of infection. Sometimes the point of entry is something else, and pathogen finally goes to particular place. Point of entry and place of infection. Suppose mosquito is biting on our face, on our body, but it will enter finally into liver cell, because that is the ambient place. So these pathogens are very specific. They would like to remain at that particular place where they can get everything for their reproduction, for their survival. So basically the pathogen enters through our nose, through our mouth, or through mosquito bite. They are entering. In case of Japanese encephalitis or brain fever, it is due to bite of mosquito. Mosquito is the vector and the parasite, they enter into the brain and there is brain fever. In case of jaundice, in case of hepatitis, it is interfering our liver. With the help of mouth, due to contaminated food, due to contaminated water, it infects gut, alimentary canal in case of typhoid. So there are point of entry and place of infection of pathogen. Suppose by air, pathogens entering by air, that means by polluted air, contaminated air, by contaminated air. It will enter through our nose, through our nostrils, and finally it will reach to the lungs. That means it will interfere our respiratory system. In case of tuberculosis, commonly termed as TB, tuberculosis, here the pathogen enters into the respiratory tract, that means the nostrils, the trachea, and finally the lungs. That means it will lead to congestion in breathing. Suppose pathogen enters through contaminated food. That is through mouth. It will enter into our gut, into our alimentary canal, like in case of typhoid. In case of typhoid, it will interfere our digestive tract. Again, in case of jaundice, means it will infect liver. In case of hepatitis or jaundice, it is also due to contaminated food or water. Due to sexual contact, the pathogen enters in case of HIV, in case of human immunodeficiency virus leading to AIDS, and the pathogen resides in the lymph nodes. They enter into the lymph nodes of our body. That means they spread throughout our body. They enter through sexual organ, but they travels throughout the body. In case of mosquito bite, in case of mosquito bite in malaria, the pathogen enters first liver cell and then it finally goes into RBC. Again, by mosquito bite there is brain fever. And the pathogen enters into brain. So ultimately they are interfering the functioning of our organ system, vital organs, and it leads to appearance of some deformities, and that is in the form of signs and symptoms. So let us differentiate between the two terms, that is symptoms and signs, or signs and symptoms. Symptoms and sign. So symptom is just indication it indicates something is wrong, something is abnormal in the body. Symptoms indicate something is wrong or abnormal in body. Something is wrong, something is abnormal. Exactly, we can't say that what the problem is, but there is something wrong. And here it provides the exact information that what is going on. It provides the information of possibility of particular disease. It provides the what the disease is. Second one, the symptom, they indicate the presence of disease. That means indicate the presence of disease. And science provides information about presence of particular disease. Information of particular disease. The symptoms, they are realized. That means they are collective indication of number of diseases in a particular part or organ. That means they are the collective indication of number of diseases. Suppose there is stomach ache, there is pain in our stomach, then it may be due to various reasons. There may be lesions, there may be scoliosis, there may be ulcers, or there may be problem due to gas, there may be problem due to indigestion. So what exactly is the reason that can't be defined by the patient itself. And there it is distinct for different diseases. That means it is pinpoint, it is particular. And the most important thing is that the symptoms are being realized by the patient itself. The symptoms, whereas the signs are being pinpointed by the doctors. They are being described, they are being, symptoms are problems faced by the patients, like headache, pain in chest, pain in body. So these are the symptoms that a patient feels, but the signs is being detected by the doctor. They are the indications diagnosed by doctors. or technicians or pathologists like high blood pressure, high BP, or it is also termed as hypertension, low BP, that is hypotension, glucose level in blood, that is for diabetes. So these are the differences between signs and symptoms. In a very plain word, in very simple word, symptoms are those malfunctioning or feelings of the patient, feelings by the patient, the trouble faced by the patient, whereas signs are detected by doctors and they are pinpointing what the exact reason behind the symptom is, and only then the doctor prescribes the medicine. First of all, on the basis of symptom, doctor gives some medicine to suppress the symptom, symptomatic treatment, and after the diagnosis, finally doctor gives the treatment that will lead to the clearing of the pathogen or whatever the reason is, whatever the disease requires its treatment, that is being given to the patient. Thank you. This is all about sign and symptoms. तो आप लोग को अच्छा लगे तो इसको लाइक करें, शेयर करें, एंड इट इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ क्लास 9 CBSE syllabus, completely based on CBSE syllabus. Thank you very much.